So we have AI models now that honestly feel like they have this incredible grasp language. They can chew through huge data sets, spot really subtle hate speech online, flag toxic stuff on big platforms,
Yeah.
and even, write pretty complex marketing campaigns basically from scratch. It's amazing abstract thinking.
Right. And then you take that same, like, immense brain power, stick it in a physical robot body,
Yeah.
and these machines literally just spin around in circles, lost,
Hmm.
trying to find the butter on a kitchen counter.
It's just,
Well, yeah,
why is that physical common sense, that simple, intuitive stuff we do without thinking? Why is that still the absolute biggest hurdle for AI?
it is.
That huge, kind of hilarious gap. That's the tension we're really digging into today.
It's a fascinating contradiction, isn't it?
Right.
And our sources lay it out really well. We're going to kind of trace this whole development arc.
Okay.
First up, we'll look at these new safety and transparency pushes from the big players like OpenAI,
Mm-hmm.
how they're trying to build trust.
Right. Then we need to look at just how fast digital AI is being adopted, especially like creative tools, marketing, business automation. It's just surging.
Yeah, it really is. We'll touch on the huge infrastructure build supporting that speed, too.
Good point.
And finally, we absolutely have to confront that reality gap. The ButterBench test, robots failing super simple home tasks, it just perfectly shows the limits when digital smarts meet the physical world.
Okay, let's start there then with segment one. This push for trust, for transparency. OpenAI has been, well, under a lot of pressure lately, right, about safety, misuse.
Definitely.
And that pressure seems to be leading to models that are specifically built to show their work.
Exactly. They just put out 2 new reasoning models. There's the big one, GPT-R Safeguard 120B.
120 billion parameters, wow.
Yeah, serious scale.
Yeah.
And then the smaller, maybe more accessible one, GPT-R Safeguard 20B. These aren't just tweaks. They are custom-tuned, really focused on online safety tasks.
And their job is pretty specific, right? Like finding fake reviews, shutting down nasty comments, maybe catching cheating talk on gaming forums or something.
Precisely. But the really unique thing, and honestly the critical part, is they don't just say yes or no, safe or unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
They're built to show their reasoning. They actually explain, often step by step, why they flagged a comment or a response as harmful or toxic.
That seems huge for platforms. So if you're, say, a Reddit mod dealing with tons of posts, you could use this to fight hate speech, and the AI actually gives you the justification for pulling something down.
Exactly. Or maybe a review site feels more confident catching really clever fake reviews because the AI explains the subtle signs it picked up on.
And you have to assume this push for transparency is partly a response to some very serious incidents, like that case alleging ChatGPT's involvement in a suicide.
Absolutely. It really highlights that safety can't just be an internal checkbox anymore. Platforms need to be able to publicly prove and defend how they're keeping things safe.
It feels like a really important step for accountability. But, I mean, doesn't showing the reasoning also kind of teach the bad actors how to get around it?
Yeah.
If I know exactly why my toxic comment got flagged, can I just tweak it slightly next time to sneak past the filter?
That is the fundamental cat and mouse game of AI safety. 100%. You are kind of giving away the playbook.
Okay.
But the flip side, a completely opaque black box moderation system. That tanks user trust instantly, especially when it makes mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off. Transparency is seen as, well, maybe the lesser evil for building that essential user confidence.
And we should probably admit, even for the folks building these systems, getting AI behavior right is just incredibly difficult.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, just trying to get an AI to stay focused on a specific task consistently.
Prompt drift. That's when the model kind of forgets the original instructions or it loses context over a long chat.
Exactly. Getting these incredibly complex models to stay reliably within safe, narrow boundaries, it's a constant ongoing challenge, a real battle.
So think about the core value proposition here. How crucial is this transparency feature, this showing the reasoning, for getting users and platforms to adopt these safety measures and set policies around them?
Fundamentally, it builds trust in automated moderation systems.
Yeah.
Reduces liability, too.
Okay, so moving from, the need for safety to the sheer speed of innovation, let's talk about this incredible pace of adoption in the digital realm. Creative tools, marketing AI, it feels like it's just exploding right now.
Exploding is the right word. I mean, look at that new Google Web tool.
Yeah.
You just point it at a website, and it analyzes the whole company's history, its messaging, the source called it grabbing the company's DNA.
Wow.
And then it designs full-on pretty sophisticated marketing campaigns. That's not just a chatbot suggesting ideas, that's deep automation doing strategic work.
And the integrations are getting so much smoother, almost invisible, like being able to edit using powerful tools, Photoshop, Express, directly inside
Oh
ChatGPT.
yeah, that demo looked sick, didn't it? That collapse between like generating an idea and actually creating and deploying the asset,
Yeah.
that's a massive speed up for creative workflows.
And we're seeing it in video too, right? It's not just the big names like Sora and Veo anymore.
Not at all. You've got others bubbling up like Nano Banana and that LTX2
The one
tool.
that made the SpongeBob clip.
Yeah, that went viral, right? Made from just a short text prompt. It shows how low the barrier is getting for making really high quality, impactful video content. Anyone can do it, almost.
And crucially, this incredible software progress is built on top of a staggering physical infrastructure build out. We can't forget that.
That's the essential context, absolutely.
Ah.
I mean, Eli Lilly just opened what they're calling the world's largest AI factory with NVIDIA,
Yeah.
specifically for drug discovery. GitHub pulled together AI coding agents from OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, basically putting all the top coding brains in one spot for developers.
Amazon's huge data center expansion in Indiana, apparently it's explicitly to boost Claude's abilities.
Right, and over in Asia, KakaoTalk is integrating GPT-5 for, smarter chat features.
Whoa. Just imagine scaling the infrastructure needed to handle, say, 1 billion queries every single second.
It's almost mind-boggling, the sheer computational power being assembled globally to fuel this digital shift. It's immense, and that scale is why the money is just flooding in.
Speaking of money, Fireworks AI just raised $250 million. Big names involve Lightspeed, Index Ventures, and, significantly, NVIDIA again. What does that size of investment tell us about where the market focus is shifting?
That's a really key signal, that huge chunk of cash. It's not primarily going into just building bigger models anymore. It's going towards inference. That's the speed and efficiency of actually running those massive models to serve potentially billions of user requests quickly and affordably. The priority now is scaling the delivery, not just building bigger brains. That's a huge trend to watch.
Interesting. Yet even with all this speed and abstract smarts, these digital platforms still run into, well, user friction and sometimes kind of funny mistakes. Like the pushback when OpenAI floated the idea of ads in ChatGPT, that was instant.
Oh yeah, that was a powerful reality check. Users made it clear, clutter up this essential tool with intrusive ads, and we are out.
Yeah. Ads, okay, bye.
Simple as that. It's the classic platform monetization dilemma, right? User experience suffers if you get it wrong.
And then you had Meta's AI ad tool reportedly replacing a fashion model with an AI-generated grandma in an ad.
Slight chuckle. Yeah. Even when the AI nails the language, sometimes it completely misses the context or the point of the ad itself.
It shows that abstract smarts don't always equal common sense understanding, which is a perfect lead-in to our last segment, the physical world.
Let's make that pivot. From the colossal scale of digital infrastructure and language mastery
to the sometimes embarrassing clumsiness when AI meets physical reality.
The contrast is just wild, isn't it? We're building the planet's biggest computers so software can detect subtle sarcasm online. And then we ask that same level of intelligence to do something physically simple, like go get a stick of butter from the kitchen. And it just fails. Miserably sometimes. Tell us about this ButterBench.
Right, the ButterBench. It's a new robotics test, a benchmark.
Yeah.
And it's designed to be ridiculously easy for a person.
Totally mundane.
It tests how well these top AI models can control standard home robots doing basic chores, like find the butter, go to the kitchen, grab it using touch sensors to confirm you actually picked it up, find the human, hand it over, and then go back and plug yourself in safely. Stuff we do without even thinking. And the reality gap here is just stark. Humans nailed it, right? Like 95% success.
Crushed it.
What about the best AI they tested?
So the top performer was Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro. It only managed a 40% success rate.
40%. That means more often than not, this super advanced AI failed a basic chore in a controlled lab setting.
Failed, yeah.
And what's really telling is how they failed. It wasn't just like one simple bug.
No, the failure modes are what make it so informative. You had Robots literally spinning in circles, seemingly lost even with constant location data.
Wow.
They'd miss obvious visual cues, like confusing a water bottle on the counter for the package they were supposed to get. Or they'd lose track of where they were completely just by navigating around a simple obstacle, like the corner of a table.
It sounds less like a failure of pure intelligence and more like a failure of embodiment, like connecting the brain to the world.
That's exactly it. And the low battery panic was a great example.
What happened there?
When the robot's power started dropping, the high-level AI, the brain, couldn't execute the most basic emergency procedure. Just go back and dock itself to recharge. It would freeze. Or just start moving erratically.
It really is like watching a toddler figure out how the world works. Except this toddler also happens to have, like, a PhD in theoretical physics and can write flawless essays on string theory.
That analogy is spot on. The physical world, with all its messiness, friction, changing light, things being slightly out of place, unexpected battery drain, it just overwhelms models that thrive on the clean, predictable logic of text and code.
So if you boil it down, what does the Butter-Bench really prove about the core challenges facing robotics and physical AI right now?
It proves the sheer complexity of real-world variables still swamps abstract intelligence.
Yeah.
Sensor fusion, low-level motor control.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. The software interacting with physics is the bottleneck.
Which brings us right back to that central duality we started with, the defining feature of AI today. On the one hand, you've got AI mastering incredibly high-level reasoning. It's tackling transparency, writing complex code, designing global marketing strategies. It gets the abstract stuff.
But
It possesses the basic physical common sense, the object permanence of maybe a 3-year-old child. That gap between the language models understanding the word butter and the embodied AI actually passing the butter, that's the defining challenge for the next decade, maybe more.
it seems we can make the models smarter in terms of abstract thought incredibly quickly. That part's accelerating.
Yeah.
But making them physically competent, integrating that smartness smoothly into actual physics, into mechanics, that feels like a much slower, much harder climb.
Yeah.
The digital brain's brilliance meets the physical body's, well, clumsiness.
The bottleneck isn't the intelligence anymore. It's the interaction with reality. It's the body. So here's a final thought to leave with. If the world's most advanced AI that can write elegant code and spot nuanced hate speech totally fumbles simple physical tasks like passing butter, what does that really mean for the future of complex manual jobs? Things like construction or maybe elder care, where adapting to unpredictable physical environments is everything. Maybe that true robot revolution in physical labor. Maybe it's still quite a bit further off than some of the headlines suggest.
That's a really powerful thought to consider. That gap is very, very real.
Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We really encourage you as you go about your week to think about which side of this AI duality, the digital brilliance or the physical awkwardness you notice most in your own life and work.
Yeah, great point. Until next time, keep digging into the sources.